Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We're back again with another video. We're going to be trying to make these videos daily. That's my aim. We're just talking about DeFi and Bitcoin if you're new here. So I just want to get straight onto it. It's not going to be too long a video. First of all, we're just going to be taking a look at the market. Bitcoin, we've reached this kind of upper trend line that I have from quite a long period ago. I still think we're forming this bearish divergence. I'm not sure if we've really got enough buyers, but we have broke the 200 moving average. So let's see how it goes. I'm kind of leaning towards that there will be a correction down to test this 30-day moving average. But I mean, we could just continue to blast through at the moment. But there are a lot of signs that are getting me a bit nervous, like on the Fear and Greed Index, we're on 70 already. Taking a look at the altcoin season indicator, we've kind of gone back into Bitcoin territory, but we kind of did dip out, so that also makes me not so much this. Actually, the greed is a bit of a flag for me, and then also the bearish divergence. So what is significant, taking a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, is this previous trend line that I've been following. We have broken down from it, and it looks like we kind of bounced off it as well. So this is another reason why I think things aren't quite correct, and I think the altcoins will have a little run. So if you've been following my channel, mostly we've been talking about Matic and Polygon, and we kind of broke this trend line, of course, and bounced off a 200-day moving average, and now it looks like we had this great green candle today up to like, what are we on, like 1.38. So everything on Polygon is looking pretty good. If we take a look at my DEX Guru, looking at the Matic ETH chart, we also had this previous trend line I was talking about, and it looks like we're just breaking out of there. So this ETH chart has been quite significant in the past when we've broke out of these previous trend lines, especially like here and here and here also. Then we've gone on a massive run, so a lot of potential here against BTC. Wow, we are just touching this kind of triangle. I'm not really that keen on this pattern. Yet poor, looking absolutely fantastic, up to $2, $2.8 on the high, which is fantastic. Kind of making me wish I bought in more, but it's a good feeling. That's a good indicator, you know, when you think you should have bought more and you've got some, you know, better than wish you bought some. But I think that's a good feeling to have. It showed you made a decent decision, and you didn't take too much risk. So everything in the green, really. Nothing too specific to focus on. Fish up, so we're over here on poor. I'm just harvesting the rewards on here. The gas fee is like fluctuating between like 1 and 100, but still, even at 100, it's just like 1 cent. So as we can see here, let's check my liquidity. We can see my total value, $591. I'm currently in the fish poor. I've got 591, like I said, on here, and I'm just taking some profits actually, and I'm also thinking about taking profits, so we can use the actual DEX on here, by the way. I don't know why it's not just showing up in my balance, but it's there. I'll check back on this later, but I'm just selling it into USDC, and I'll show you what I'm starting to buy. Adamant, my pool's starting to look nice now. I've got 1,000 in the Addy wrapped ETH, so this is just rewards which I've got on here, and also 1,600 is also the rewards which I've just earned through here. So since I've been on Adamant, how long I've been doing these videos, like it's been like 4 or 5 months, right? And now we've got like 2,600 in rewards from about, I think I put in about 7,000 originally, the value, and I switched around. I can't remember what the original pool was in, but now I'm in Chimai, obviously. So now I'm just, the rewards is quite low for the locked Addy. I mean, that's not too low actually. 107, it's what, that's like 240. That's not too low actually, so maybe I'll consider locking some up. But now Polygon's back on a run, I think I might just keep some, just stake it in this for this 74 APR, and I think I'll take some profits, or I'm just going to sell it into the token I'm going to talk about in a moment. So big news the last few days has been the Poly network, nothing to do with Polygon, although it had a bridge to Polygon, have had a, I think a 16, I wasn't sure it was 260 million. I thought it was less than that. But it's one of the, I think it's the biggest hack in DeFi history. So this guy's pretty funny, man. He's offered to return less than 1% of 600 million. So that's a lot more. So apparently there was some like really obvious error in the code which someone overlooked. I don't know the platform, Poly network, but I think it had a lot of kind of like low APR stablecoin pools, and it's got me thinking about EasyFi. And if you're going to do stablecoins, you're going to put a large amount of capital there in order to like get decent rewards from the APRs, which are going to be fairly low, and then you're taking on like I've read a lot of the criticism from people in Hex and stuff, saying that you're risking a lot of counterparty risk. You're taking on a lot of counterparty risk just for a small APR, and to be honest, I kind of agree with that. They put the analogy picking up pennies in front of a freight train, the freight train being the counterparty risk. And to be honest, I kind of agree with that. And going through the kind of whole EasyFi thing that we went through, I don't know if it was really worth it. I think it pays to take a bit more of a spread on a higher risk things with a smaller percent of your portfolio, and then with the rest of your portfolio just keep your keys to your Bitcoin and just have that sit there. That's my approach. So another thing to note, QuickSwap has been doing fantastic as well, as we were talking about. I think it's I've been talking about anyway. I've been saying, because since QuickSwap was on the Binance Launchpad, it's been doing, I really expected it to do well, and now we got QuickSwap now on Coinbase Pro. Let's take a quick look at the price. So this is since launching on Binance with BUSD, and we had this high of 756. Let's take a look on CoinGecko. So on CoinGecko, it looks like we had, I mean, it was a great time to buy alts, really. But I'm kind of happy with my positions, so I just kind of left it how it was. But it looks like I think we are going to break this all-time high soon and create another floor, probably at least around like 1,000. Okay, so an opportunity I can see with one token I'm really keen on. Okay, so a coin that I'd like to recommend quite highly, and an opportunity of one of the altcoins that I'm just going to be accumulating over this next few weeks, is going to be Trustswap. I've talked about it before on the channel. You might have heard of it on some other channels, probably I think Box Mining, who's talking about it as well. And we're starting to see an uptick on here. Let's look at the maximum. So we're still sort of near this kind of previous floor, and the chart looks a little bit unusual, but I think it's okay. I think all of this is going to be fairly small, and they look fairly small in the near future. What do we got? Total supply about 100 million, and currently $1. Market cap 68 million, and we've got rank 436. So I think this can be a top 50 coin, and I think this is really good opportunity still. Let's take a look on TradingView. So taking a look at the chart on TradingView, we've kind of got this uptrend starting here, and the RSI is starting to head towards the overbought. We also have this cross on the 14-day and 30-day moving average, and I think it's a matter of time before we approach this 200-day moving average and probably burst straight through it and head to $10, I think. Again, so this is not financial advice. Make sure you do your own research into the coin. Take a look at the website. We've got many features: staking, a mint function, swaps. We have NFTs coming, and Launchpad is a big aspect of it. So at the moment it's currently on Ethereum, but it's in. But if we take a look at the roadmap, we can see that should be Ethereum, should be Matic in here. So we got layer 2 staking on Matic for Q2 2021. Have been chasing this up, but haven't got any reply on this. So this should be live by now. So I'm gonna follow this up. But what we do have is that the minting function is available. So we can already create our own coin on Polygon with no coding required, and I believe it's free. So some of the features we have is automatic token vesting, so you can create your own vesting schedule. And then we have, this is the really key part, was pre-audited code. So for investors, you don't really have to worry about that. All the thing is going to be all audited, so you don't, there's no worry about the code, right? Every coin that comes out of here is already passed an audit. Modular components, minting, burning, staking, you can add all these kind of things on there. So we can see we've got a bunch of stuff on here, so we can make our own coin. You know, have you guys got any ideas? We could try something. That would be pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna have to check the fee, but I think it's free, you know, because at the moment they're just trying to reach like market share, because there's no other project like this on the market, nowhere near, right? This is gonna just completely dominate the market. At the moment they want to kind of grow the project and fulfill that market share, and then they will start charging fees later. So let's take a quick look at the dashboard. So currently it's only on Ethereum mainnet, so you'll have to connect using that. Currently I have 388 staked on here. It's an approximate value of about $388. And staking your Trustswap will also help to bring up your swap score, which is kind of like an average of how much you've had staked in the last 60 days. I'm also getting some rewards on here, so I've got about 3.1. It's been a few months actually on here, so I think the APR is pretty low on that. And one thing I'd like to say is that the maximum that can be staked is 50 million. Okay, so what, there's 100 million maximum of the supply. We can see the total supply here. We've got some burned as well, and we have an unstaking period of 7 days, but we're currently at about 40 million. So this is probably, yeah, 81% filled. Number of stakers about 11k people. So this opportunity is not, it's not going to possibly be around all the time. So it's fairly easy to navigate. You can claim your tokens here. We've got a leaderboard of the stakers, and the main important thing is the launchpad. So you can come on here, put your email address, it will tell you when there's a new one. So far there's been 26 with 25 million US dollar raised, and there is one upcoming White Dragon. I believe this is on Binance Smart Chain, and we can see the initial price here of 4 cents, and this will be happening in 2 days, and they're looking to raise 800,000 USD. Minimum requirement for this is 4,000 swaps, so that's about 4 grand, so that's quite high. I'm hoping that some of the others will be a bit lower. I think usually it's like 500 swap minimum to stake, so I actually need to get hold of some more swap and put it on here, which is why I'm trying to accumulate some. So looking at some of the previous ones, we can see the results on here. Yieldly, We reached an all-time high of plus 570%, and currently it's 348%, and they're all like performing really well. Like this one, I mean, even though we are in a bit of a downtrend at the moment for altcoins, plus 61, plus 75, these all-time highs, 3,000. I mean, these are all in the thousands, 7,000. Most of these up, albeit 2,500%. Pretty much all of these at least over 100%. So very, very good previous performance. We also have some airdrops on here. So this one, yield, you need to have a minimum stake of 500 swap, and there's 3,000 winners, and I think you get about $120 worth of this token. So there's lots of opportunities on here. I think it's going to be a very big player in the space. I don't think it's got any competitors, and what it does, I think, is really required. One last thing to note is recently on June the 12th, they acquired an application called the Crypto app. It's an Android and iOS app with over 1.9 million downloads, as well as the domain thecrypto.app. The Crypto app is currently ranked 3rd when searching crypto on Android. So these things all add up to something which is, way more than rank 436. I think it's really undervalued right now. So yeah, I'm going to be trying to get hold of some as soon as possible. So take a look at it and see what you think, and that's just going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like if you found it useful, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.